Hello, everyone. Today's meditation is called On Being a Pattern of Consciousness. Thanks for joining me this week. I really appreciate you being with me, and I hope this meditation can be helpful and valuable for you. So let's begin. And as we usually do, just become aware of where you're sitting or lying, where you are. Just focus your attention on the fact that your body is in a location. I find it helps to take one or two or three good deep breaths to bring yourself to this moment. And in preparation, let's just leave aside a few things that we don't really need for this meditation. Firstly, let's just set aside all of our connections or sense of connection to the past, who we wished we were, what we wished had not happened or did or could have happened, all the past, just for now, set it aside. And the same with the future. Just for this short time that we're going to be meditating together, set aside your worries about hopes for the future. The future is not here. The past is not here. Just set them aside. And also set aside the ideas that you have about yourself, who I wish I was, what I wish I could do better, all the concepts that we carry around with us about who we may or may not be. Just for a short time, let's set aside those. And so let's begin. Because without the past, present concepts, or future concerns or dreams, we are just here. I am without the past, the present, and the future. I am not something or some idea, but I just am. I am the one who's aware of what my mind does to construct an idea of who I am. I'm aware of my body. I am aware of the play of emotions and perceptions. So for this short time, let's just be I am. The timeless, spaceless, quiet, peaceful I amness, where my awareness meets with the awareness from which all things arise. That somethingness that many call God, that infinite, eternal, beyond time and space. Energy, consciousness from which we arise. So for a moment, let's just sit with the quite long topic name on being a pattern of consciousness. If we look at nature, we are aware that patterns, networks of interactions are the best way to describe nature. Nothing in nature, including ourselves, can exist independent of all the other systems and patterns. The ecological systems of our planet are absolutely interconnected. We cannot be separate from them. We cannot breathe, eat, function without the many patterns of nature. So too consciousness. We so often carry with us this idea, concept, feeling, experience that we are, among other things, a lump of matter moving through a material world. And for sure, our experience is that we feel somewhat solid, moving through what appears to be a very solid and material world. But just as in nature and in our own body, if we look deeply inside, we are but patterns of millions of interactions that happen within us, within our organs, within our cells, within our atoms, within the essence of who we are. We are but an incredible, complex pattern of interactions. Patterns describe us much more accurately than thingness. Why? Because we arise from awareness, consciousness, consciousness expressing itself in our lives, in nature, in patterns. The incredibly beautiful interactions of the networks, systems, and patterns of nature more aptly describe us than lumps of matter. So just for a moment, try to become hyper aware of the interactions that are happening within your being. By hyper aware, I don't mean anxious or concerned or over energetic. I mean, be silent and contemplate, imagine the trillions of interactions that are happening inside you right now. The firing of neurons in the brain, the pumping of blood, the movement of cells within the blood, within our body. Our organs, our heart, liver, stomach, brains are patterns of consciousness. This doesn't mean that they are less real. If you can sit with this, sit with the thought, the idea, the experience that you are not a thing, a piece of matter, but a magnificent creation of trillions of patterns. That doesn't mean our life is not real. It means that our life can be described and experienced as very, very different than if we describe and imagine our experience as material. In my experience, it is much more natural to recognize that we are the patterns of nature, the pattern of consciousness, a multi-layered network of patterns to enable us to experience the patterns of life. So just for a moment, just sit quietly with this experience of being the movement of consciousness. Notice that those patterns don't have the edges that we imagine as matter. That between awareness, which itself is a pattern of consciousness, to the apparently more solid patterns of our body, the lines are not easily drawn. It's time to reimagine ourselves as to something that seems to me more accurate. My awareness is expressed in the world through patterns, interactions. Therein lies the life. And as always, you can pause this recording at any point and just allow yourself to sit quietly with this. No past, no future, no present held concepts. Even the most granite-like huge mountain on our planet is in fact the patterns of interactions of atoms and smaller elements of apparent existence. Mountains, oceans, skies, suns, moons are patterns of energy and, more fundamentally, patterns of consciousness. This is a great gift for us. So take your time. When you feel ready, we can bring our awareness back to being in the chair, on the bed, or wherever we are. But perhaps we can move our concept of who we are from a material being to a magnificent network of consciousness expressing itself in the world through us, experiencing the world as us. Thanks for taking time this week. I look forward to talking to you again in the coming weeks. Thanks very much.